rhyme of strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain. And you could be next, you better give respect.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new video. Is that intro baller, or is it baller? You know it's baller. Anyways, welcome back to the Game Troller Prime channel. This is gonna be the last video in a while, because I can't really find any news out there on gaming. And by a while, I mean until like, I don't know, beginning of June maybe or something. Actually, not. This is not the last video. I'm gonna just give a reaction video or something on Seth Rollins or whatever. But anyways, got Seth freaking Rollins, man. Anyways, in this video, I'll give my wish list, my predictions, my just overall a discussion on Destiny 2. Destiny 2 will be the sequel of that first-person shooter that everyone loves. I say that completely sarcastically. Yeah, it's just basically to give you a summary of the game story. You shoot aliens that come from well, outer space, and you shoot them and kill them via superpowers that you get from a giant ball that floats around in space. That's the brief summary of Destiny. You know, that's the layman's version. Not that many people like the game. I don't know really. I don't really know why. I guess because it's an MMO or microtransactions. I'm surprised people aren't just going insane over that. But yeah. Destiny, man, I like Destiny. I actually have it. It's one of the games I actually have. I will get Dragon Ball Xenoverse one of these days because it's probably the only game that's interesting and not M-rated. Because M-rated games, man, you know, I can't get them. They may be cool, but I can't get them. I'm not that age, man. I'm not that age. Another 4 years of sorrow. Anyways, I actually like Destiny. It's one of my favorite that I've seen, you know, on YouTube and stuff, and played myself on my PlayStation 2s. Like I got two PlayStation 2s. I pay PlayStation free. So much stuff. I got almost 30 something games, maybe. I've played some demos. I've watched like every single video game that has interested me on YouTube, and Destiny is among like my top 10. I won't say my top 5. Not really. I don't even know what's my top 5, but it's definitely my top 10. So, and of course, the sequel, Destiny 2, coming out next year, around next year, at the same time. 2K. Destiny 1 came out in I think it was September 2014. So I think this will be also in September, which is kind of sad. You know, that's when school starts. Nobody likes school because they get rid of enjoyment and happiness. Yeah, so anyways, first off, I'm going to be talking about the possible story stuff they could do with Destiny 2. So, obviously, in Destiny 2, well, in Destiny, we had tons of expansion packs, tons of DLC stories, and, of course, the base game. And the base game is pretty much introducing you to all the different factions, all the different alien species, basically. First, the Fallen, then the Hive, then the Vex. Yeah, the Vex, and then the Cabal on Mars, and of course it goes from Earth, Moon, Venus, and Mars. And of course, and difficulty changes as well, and everything like that. Of course, the main like baddie of the game is the Vex, because the final boss is a Vex boss, and you spend like the last third of the game fighting the Vex. And of course, there was 2 DLC expansion packs, including there's something weird in my finger. House of Wolves, which was a Fallen DLC, and Dark Below, which was a Hive DLC. And of course, we had the Year 2, which was the Taken King, where they introduced a new alien race, which wasn't really a new alien race, it was just an election of the previous ones that were redesigned and had new attacks and new patterns and stuff like that. It was really fun. All that kind of stuff to play. I find the Taken to be quite difficult to fight and quite annoying, especially those freaking vandals. Anyways, anyway, so where could they go with the story in Destiny 2? For first off, they could expand on. Oh yeah, I forgot about Rise of Iron, which is the DLC coming out this year around September in the Q4 basically. The Rise of Iron, I believe, is probably gonna be like a Crucible one because Iron Banner, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not entirely sure. Crucible, by the way, is the multiplayer for Destiny, so yeah. But anyways, Rise of Iron is gonna be another thing I don't really know. People are saying it's gonna be a Fallen storyline, but I think it's just like Crucible stuff. I don't really know, like guns just exclusive to no, that'd be done. I don't really know. I don't really know. I feel like it's gonna be a Crucible storyline, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, Destiny 2. Of course, they could expand upon the Cabal because they didn't really do anything with the Cabal in the base game or just in anything of the first game at all. Like they were just enemies that you fought on Mars and were in a couple story missions, and basically their whole role was to be like just do stuff. It was weird. Just they just prevented you from going to the Black Garden to fight the Vex boss. It was weird. I don't. I, yeah, they need to do something with the Cabal in Destiny 2. It made them like the main villain, like the Vex was in the first game. I don't really know what they could do. Maybe also have the Awoken as an enemy, and of course that's just expanding on the previous game's story and lore and everything. By expanding, I mean going into the future. See you in a second. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, just my mom doing stuff. Okay, fine. So I was talking about, yeah, as I was saying, the Awoken could like join up with some like enemy thing. Like they could like ally themselves with the proper Fallen, like not the House of Judgment, whatever. The House of Wolves, like the House of Wolves was like their lapdogs in the first game. So maybe they could like ally themselves with another thing. But then again, the House of Wolves was sort of their enemy at the same time. That's weird. Destiny has one of the most complex stories because there is no story, and the bit of the story they show is confusing because it doesn't make sense because you don't know the extra part. It's really weird. Yeah, what was I talking about? Right. So the Awoken could join up, or just be a villain. Just be villains. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you could just fight them, do their stuff. Yeah. Um, I mean, the Awoken would be sort of a good like enemy to go up against. I guess I don't know. Another thing is they could just introduce a completely new enemy archetype. I mean, yeah. Uh, I'm just looking up some stuff right now. They could just introduce a new enemy altogether. Like I don't know, some kind of Martian or something. Of course, that would be going into the past. I feel like maybe they'll go to like during the collapse, maybe like during the collapse of Earth or just humanity, and you try and fight off, and you could have like a Halo Reach moment where you just die at the end. That's basically what they should do. Just do Halo Reach. I mean, it's the same company, right? It's the same company. Um, but I don't really know what they could do with the enemies. But story, I feel like they could just continue on with the story, and of course have the enemies, be the main plot and everything like that, just like in Destiny, the original game, or just go back into the fall of humanity. Sounds weird. Is that so? Okay, first off, that's a wrestling move. Second off, I don't. Is that a Christian thing? Like a straight up Christian thing, or I don't know. Anyways, Of course, new areas that you could go to. Oh, the Fall of Man. That's fair. You could go to like new planets. Like I don't think we've been able to fully explore Mercury. There's only been Crucible maps for it. So maybe you can explore Mercury as an actual planet as well, and like fight the Vex and everything, both during and after the collapse and everything like that. Also, uh, like some of the moons on like the gas planets, like Jupiter, Saturn, all that kind of stuff. Maybe just go on the asteroid belt of Saturn. No, that's the reef, isn't it? Yeah, that's the reef. I don't know. You know what? That many like rock or just planets that you could. Okay, I'm back. My storage space just went like nope and disconnected. So yeah. Anyways, I think I was talking about planets you can explore. I completely forgot about the place that I wanted to explore and was gonna talk about Andromeda. Andromeda is a pretty interesting thing. Of course, if you don't know what Andromeda is, it's the solar system. That's sort of the closest solar system, I believe, to galaxy to uh, the solar system, which is our solar system, and also I think the biggest we know of, or that may be something else. I'm not entirely sure. Um, not entirely sure about that, but yeah. So Andromeda is a pretty good place to explore, I think, for like a continuation of the original game. Get to fight some new enemies. You're not like you don't really have that much control over everything, connections and everything like that. It'll be really cool. It'll be really cool, especially if you can use your character from the first game in that. That would be sweet. Anyways, um, I'm currently editing the video whilst I'm making it. I'm some kind of guy. Oh man, I'm like dark side dude. Yeah, I'm Galactus. That's what. Anyways, other than that, time to talk about the weapons. Now weaponry is kind of an interesting topic. They have quite a few weapons in Destiny. They have the pulse rifle, which is sort of the burst rifles, or something that fires three bullets at the same time. It's not automatic. Uh, it's pretty much like a shotgun, but not. It's weird. Then we have the auto rifle, which is just an automatic rifle that shoots like faster than that, of course. We have the scout rifle, which is sort of like the marksman rifle or something like that. And then we have the hand cannon, which is like a revolver, flintlock pistol mix thing. It's weird. Uh, but yeah, that's the gist of the weaponry. The primary weapons, of course. Secondary weapons include shotguns, sniper rifles, and fusion rifles, which I think are like original weaponry, not original concept for this game. I'm not entirely sure I've ever seen fusion rifles in the past, but yeah, that's my knowledge of video games and just overall knowledge. That's basic. Yeah, yeah. That's the second, and of course, a just pistol, 1911 pistol thing. It's like I just choked on something. It's almost the size of a Desert Eagle, but at the same time, like has a massively high fire rate. So it's like an upgraded Desert Eagle in terms of look and everything. There's different types, of course, so not really, but yeah, I think you catch my drift. So, um, all this going on right now, this is just me going through pictures. The picture you're probably watching right now on screen was just taken. Um, so, of course, heavy weaponry, which is sort of like the special weaponry that is mega, and it's like the nukes, it's like the Fat Man from Fallout. It's like the holy hand grenade. You know what I'm saying? We have the heavy, or just a machine gun, basically. A rocket launcher, and I think that's it. I don't think there's other things. I think there's like a sword, but I think that's an artifact or a relic. It's weird. I don't have a Taken King, so I don't know much about all the stuff, but uh, I don't know much about the stuff. Greatest, greatest sentence there. So yeah, of course we have armor and stuff like that. After that, now weapons that they could add. I want a musket. That's just. I just want a laser musket. The laser musket from Fallout. That would be a really cool thing to have. I feel like, just like charge it up, and then just. It's like it's almost like the hand cannon, but with right. It's one shot only, or I guess in most cases probably two shots. I'm not. I don't think I've ever seen like a two-shot musket in my entire life. But yeah, there's many things I don't know about, so that could be one of them. What else was I gonna talk about? Um, a musket, so like it's a scout rifle, but one shot. So and it has the power of a hand cannon, and it can get stronger by charging it up by pressing the reload button a million times. That's basically just stolen right from Fallout 4. But it's a cool concept. I like it. Then another thing is It's a submachine gun. It's pretty much a small auto rifle, basically. It's just a small auto rifle. I guess some of them, like some machines. Why was that? Some machine guns are like weird things because in most games and just in general, they're I lost the words. They're stuck in between, like they're in the gray area between sidearm and like your main weapon. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. But I feel like there could be like a small submachine gun and then a medium or regular submachine gun. Of course, the large submachine gun would just be an auto rifle. It carries less ammo, so like I don't know, 12 maybe, and it has super high fire rate, like super. I just went off Frankie. Super high. Um, I just went all weed. So, yeah. Then of course, um, I don't really know that many things that I would like. Of course, a heavy machine gun. Also a grenade launcher as a heavy weapon. Like, actually, split like the machine gun in two. Have light machine gun and heavy machine gun because those are two things that are sort of different. Um, have like the light machine gun have um high fire rate, like super high fire rate, and do tons of damage, but it takes a really long time to reload and it's just not stable at all. Um, and it carries a ton of ammo in it. So because like in Battlefield, I think it's like 200 ammo for some and 100 for some others. I'm not entirely sure about the math behind that, but you know, yeah. So oh my goodness, I nearly disconnected my computer. That would be bad. So, yeah, you could have that, and of course, have the heavy machine gun, which is just, heavy machine gun. It's got less fire rate, and it's, like, other things, Yeah. It's basically a slower, bad version of the light machine gun, but does more damage. I feel like that would be a good thing. Grenade launcher, pretty much a grenade launcher would just be like, a thing that shoots out the grenades. That's the gist of it, and they don't explode automatically or whatever. Or you could change the payload or whatever yourself or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what would work in with a grenade launcher, but a grenade launcher would be really welcome. And of course, as relics or artifacts, whatever, they have the sword. Like it's called a cleaver, but it's just like a broadsword, or like a rapier, like lightsaber sword. I want a claymore. I want a warhammer. You sort of have that with the Titan and the Taken King DLC, but it's a special and not like an artifact that you can just get from just playing and existing. Uh, yeah, that's the gist, I guess. That's the stuff. have a war. Basically, just have melee weapons, just as melee weapons. You have your guns, and then you have your melee weapons. You can choose, and of course, instead of just having the generic melee animations from the first game, so just I don't know, Hadouken from the Warlock, a punch, just a straight up to just it's a slobber knocker, just a straight up like punch from the Titan, and then a knife, just a straight up shiv from the Hunter. We could change it up a little bit. I mean, it would sort of mess with the lore, I guess. I don't know. Don't ask me about the lore and Destiny. That rhymed. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So, I'm still editing the video. If you can't, if you didn't notice. So, yeah. New weaponry. I would love some new weaponry for use in that game. I would like to see what they could pull off with it. Of course, armor. Eh, so just a weird area armorism because I don't really care. Just armor. Maybe add a new class. I think a new class is what the game needs. Um, with new abilities and also a new attack damage. So basically, there's 3 attack damages and well, sort of 4. Attack damage is and English. I don't care. So, and of course, 3 classes. The classes include Titans, Warlocks, and Hunters. Basically, the Hunters are like, as the name describes, it's just sort of like, I don't know, elves maybe. Um, Warlocks are like wizard, and Titans are just like, just the burlies, you know what I'm saying? Luke Gallows. Basically, you can swap it between, like, Luke Gallows being a Titan, um, Callisto being a Hunter, and then, like, Seth Rollins being a Warlock, because the man is magical. So, so, forget about that. Just don't imagine I didn't say that. Anyways, alright. So yeah. So I feel like they could use a new class for the game. I'm not sure what kind of class. It's a really complex thing because you don't really know. I mean, they have wizards. They have like just guys, the hunters, and then they have just like strongmen. But I'm not sure what they could add. After that, I feel maybe I was gonna say something. I forgot. Cthulhu. I don't know why I was forgetting. I don't know. Have like an well, technically that's an exo and there's armor and stuff. But I feel like maybe you could have like base it on like I don't know Avengers or something. Have like a guy with an iron suit. Like have like iron suits and repulsors and stuff like that. That sort of takes away from the warlock because the warlock sort of has repulsors. But I think that would be a cool thing. Um, another thing is, I don't know. I just feel like they could add a new class. I'll just leave that to Bungie to decide. But I don't know. I want at least one new class for the game, or just get rid of all the other classes, bring in some new ones, or make some massive changes to them. Um, another thing is, of course, attack damage types. There's different kinds of attack damage types. Let me look them up. I know there's arc damage. There is oh my god, this is the greatest thing. I just typed in attack damages, and I still had it on Google Images. I just saw a nun with what appears to be a sword. I have no idea why, but yeah, I forgot to put Destiny in that. Sorry. Um, where's this? So there's different types of weapon attack damage stuff. Arc. There's arc. There's void, and then there's solar. Basically, arc is like electric attacks. Void is I don't know quantum space attacks, and then solar is heat, like fire attacks. Of course, from with my knowledge of One Piece and just knowledge of superheroes and superpowers and stuff like that in general, I feel like there should definitely be an ice attack. That's just a thing. I feel like maybe water, ice. I don't know. I feel like void is sort of poison. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing, but I want an ice attack. I sort of want a, a poison attack, but it will sort of be useless. What other things could we have? I don't know why I just wanted to say elastic, but yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. Um, I mean, you know what? I said One Piece. I'm looking up One Piece. So, Earth, like Earth attacks. I don't know, just throw rocks at people. That would be cool, right? There's a fourth elemental damage, which is the type. That's the name of it. I was saying attack damage is elemental damage. There's kinetic as well, which is the fourth one I was talking about. Which is just generic attack damage. It's just the type of damage stuff that you do with um uh, just the basic primary weapons and stuff like that. Um, I say a lot. I should stop and just say uh. I'm doing it. I am terrible. I am really terrible. Basically, what elemental damage does, it's just a way of doing damage to people with shields. Like different people have different shields, and the shields, depending on what color it is and everything, you can know whether to use a certain weapon or not, and if it'll be more effective on one guy than on another guy with another shield or something like that. So if you see somebody with a purple shield, then you use a void shotgun or a void heavy machine gun. That'll take the shield out quicker and do more damage, I guess. Same goes with all the others. Orange, orange and just blue, white ish. I don't know, indigo and stuff like that. I want a poison, which is just like green, and some other things, but I would really like some of those. I'm currently looking up One Piece Devil Fruits. That's how into this I'm told. I'm actually egress my knowledge. Darkness is sort of void, so yeah. What is another one? I said Earth. I said Cryo. So they could have Earth. They could have I don't know Terra. They could have nuclear. No, that's sort of solar, but it's nuclear, man. Come on. So yeah, they could have those three as elemental damage, and of course add new shields, and of course make them useful. Like they have no use whatsoever than just like the shields, and the shields are just annoying things that shouldn't even be in the game. But mm, mm. anyways. Now I'm gonna be talking about the actual gameplay itself. More specifically, I'm gonna be talking about the leveling system. The leveling system in the original Destiny is pretty poop. It pretty much there's no difference between a level 1 enemy and you being level 34. Because I know I've experimented. You're not like super OP. Like you're not just Superman fighting against I don't know Riddler without his cane and with no kryptonite whatsoever. It's just Riddler right there. No. I'm gonna even make it better. Penguin with no umbrella, no anything. He's just there taking punches and trying to punch. It's like Jack Nicholson Joker from Batman '89, just punching Batman in the stomach. Just like Batman's just like what, and he's just crying in the corner because his wrist broke. That's pretty much the gist of that. You can't do that in Destiny. It's just it's slightly stronger through just the leveling system. I think when you level up, all you really do is just get better gear, like gear goes up in like rating. Basically, there's say level 1 you could have 100, then level 2 you can have 110, and so on and so forth. Um, but they don't really make it that much difference. Pretty much the leveling system is it doesn't make you stronger against the weaker enemies. It just lets you be able to fight the um, stronger enemies. So say if you're level 14 and you're fighting level 1, it wouldn't be that different from when you were like at level 5 or whatever. Slightly different, but not that much. Whereas you're trying to fight a level 16 and they're super OP and you just can't kill them no matter how much you try. So that's how that really works. It doesn't really make anything easier. It just makes it easier to fight the harder stuff. It doesn't make it easier to fight the weaker stuff. It's a weird thing. At least that's from my experience of just playing the game. Like the game says very easy, easy, that kind of stuff. It doesn't really matter. I do get through missions quite easily, but once they're in the same level as you, or like 2 levels below you, they'll be pretty difficult. But after that, it's just like the same thing. Pretty much you do the same thing from like 2 levels before you, and from until you reach max rank. Basically, you say you could deal like 100 damage to, I don't know, a Dreg when you're the same level as them, and of course when they're 2 levels below you, you can do 110 damage, which is, by the way, what happens. So, and it just sticks like that for the entire game. It never changes. At least that's from what I have seen. Like, I do 100 damage to some people, and then I do like 1,000 damage to higher level enemies. I have no idea why that happens like that. I guess just to add a challenge, but I really don't like that. Of course, just go back to the elemental damage stuff. What they did was the different elemental damages, depending on how you use them. Of course, I'm mainly talking about like your powers, stuff like that. Basically, the solar does like fire ignite damage, so they stay on fire and they stay on fire. That's basically, I don't need to explain that. Arc is like splash damage, which I guess splash damage would mean just if somebody else is in range of that guy who currently has electric damage, they take damage as well. So that's sort of good at the same time. And Void is just Void. Like I don't get the point of Void. They don't even know the point of Void on Destinypedia, so it doesn't make that much sense. But hey, it's whatever Bungie wants. And of course you could add poison, which is sort of a thing. And I wish armor for like if enemies had armor and stuff. And of course this also counts for maybe Crucible too. Is that poison would ignore the armor, whereas fire would uh, go along with the armor. I feel like that would work out better, but the poison lasts for a shorter amount of time, something like that. Or maybe switch it around, or have like the solar do more damage, but it stays on for like 2 seconds. Now the poison do like 1 damage per second, but have it last like a minute. I don't know. You could have that work like that, but I'm not sure how it would work. Anyways, talking about the leveling system, yeah, I really feel like they should change it a little bit. Have you actually feel OP and actually feel like you're level when you're fighting level 2s. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just terrible at playing the game. That's just that's a possibility right there. So, uh, what else do I really want to talk about? Vehicles. I feel like vehicles should go faster. But that's just me. And should actually feel like a different speed once you get like the better vehicles and also have guns on them. Because from what I get, the only vehicles that actually have guns on them are the pikes. Because I've never seen a sparrow or whatever with like turrets on it. Only put the pike and the interceptor, and you can't really buy those vehicles. Maybe in like Rise of Iron you could do that or something, or just in an update or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like they should just have vehicles with guns. That should be a thing. And also space combat. They were teasing space combat for the first game. Never had any space combat whatsoever at all. Just, It was really annoying. It was really annoying. I want space combat in this game, man. Like, they troll you so much. There's a ship in the game. I actually have this ship. I'll probably take a picture of it. I'm not going to because I'm not playing the game today. I'm playing 2K16. But, And again, storage space. Wrecking my life right now. I had to wait about like an hour for that to upload and for me to delete it. And, yeah, that badness. So, I was talking about, other things. I believe I was talking about, Andromeda? Yeah. I don't really know what I was talking about. I just came back to finish off the video because I saw it was getting pretty long and there's way too many pictures. So, yeah. Overall, lots of things they should change. Um, might make a second video. I completely forgot what I was talking about in the previous video. Attack damage, that kind of stuff. Yeah, to be honest, I feel like I said everything that I wanted to say. And there's not really that much stuff that I could talk about, to be honest. I mean, yeah, there's not that much else to really ask for or talk about. I'll just leave that to the real Destiny aficionados. They're like level 40 and just love Destiny, have all the merch and stuff. I'm not that much of a fanboy of the game. I just like the game. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Troll on, bye-bye.